So question number 8, we got a data table. And the data table is about house information. So we need to know what does a row correspond to in this data table and how would you describe its row. So we know in the data table, each column represents a variable and each row represents a case. So each row represents a different house. So because the data is talking about different houses and it is a case. How many variables we have? We just need to count how many columns we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 columns. Then we have 7 variables. Question number 9. So which statement is not true regarding modes? So option B is not correct. So every data set has at least one mode is not true. A data set or a distribution doesn't have to have at least one mode. So if a data set has no modes, that means it is a uniform distribution. So number 10, we're talking about if the distribution is skewed to the left or skewed to the right, or is symmetric based on the values of Q1, Q2, and Q3. So if we look at those three numbers, the Q2 is near Q3 is far away from Q1. So if it's symmetric, the Q2 should be at the middle, in the middle between the Q1 and Q3. But in this case, Q2 is near Q3. That means it's skewed to the left. The tail, the thinner tail, is on the left-hand side. If the Q2 is near Q1, that means the thinner tail is on the right-hand side, which is skewed to the right. But in this case, the Q2 is near Q3, meaning that the thinner tail is on the left-hand side, so it's skewed to the left. So question number 11. So we are given a data table. We have Q1, Q3, the median, and IQR. So we need to draw a box plot. So let's open this data table in the StatCrunch. Okay. So let's click graph. So we are going to create a box plot. So we are going to click that. So let's select the column, and under other options, let's click this use fences to identify outliers. So if we check this option, the box plot will identify the outliers. So if we click that, okay, so this is the box plot we have. Then we need to find the correct one by comparing this one with those 4 options. So you will know which one is correct based on the one we have. So this is part A question. Part B, does the box plot notify any outliers? So we don't have any outliers there, so there's no outlier. Then part C, what amount would be considered as a high outlier? So high outlier. So how to identify that? So we learned that we need to use 1.5 IQRs to identify any outliers. For high outlier, so let me open this one, open Excel. So we need to find the threshold. The threshold is Q3 plus 1.5 IQRs. Okay? So if any number that is greater than this threshold, then that value will be an outlier. So if we plug the numbers in there, so Q3, what is Q3? Let's go back to the question. So Q3 is 61.6 plus 1.5 times IQR. What is IQR? 29.1. Okay. So the result is 105.25.